Football fans, right here with the interview Naija football fans after matches. And we'll give you Naija football fan content back to back. So if you're new, I beg just click that subscribe button and thank you so much for watching. Thoughts on the game, Olu?
No, it was a nice game. And being that Arsenal converted those 2 early chances, if not, the game would have been very difficult for Arsenal. You know, we have played a team that wants to play the game. When you play a team that wants to play the game, Arsenal is good at playing the team. Like when we played Leicester City, they came against Arsenal and we did very well. But playing a team that sits back
may be an issue.
It will always be an issue. With the current Arsenal team we are seeing is an issue because Arsenal is trying to break them to go in get those slick kind of passes, and it's not working. And nobody is shooting from outside. So since we don't have any man who can shoot from outside, or maybe they're afraid of shooting, it will be a major problem in this Arsenal team. I've sat down and watched the game. I tried to see teams. We are going to play a similar team in Fulham that sits back. So what happens if you cannot get these
line breaking passes?
What happened? That means you are going to come out without scoring a goal. So it's a major issue. It's enough for Arsenal people to be shouting, "Oh, we won 3-0." Very nice result, but I try to see ahead. What going to happen ahead when we jam teams? Because we are playing different kind of teams. Now we have played the physical team in Crystal Palace. We have played the team who wants to play football in Leicester City. Now we have not played the team who sits back. Just that if not for those little magic that Arsenal did those few minutes before the first 20 minutes, if not, this match would have been very difficult for Arsenal to win.
Oh, look, it was a 3-0 win. Now you're sounding like you headed 3-0 in favor of Obama. Anyway, Sha, you tend to be more realistic with the way you think and careful.
Yes, I'm being careful. I don't want to be overly expectant. I'm just taking the game as it goes. I'm an Arsenal fan, and I also know that Arsenal always have injury. They are injury prone. And before you know, 1 player, 2 players begin to have injuries. What now happens when these players begin to pick up injuries? We are clapping, "Oh, Thomas Partey is good, very wonderful player." What happens if Thomas Partey is not in the team? That is the angle I'm looking at. I'm not yet satisfied. You can call me Oliver Twist, yet I'm not satisfied with the business that Arsenal had done thus far. So we still need more signings, and we still need a backup striker for this team.
Interesting. And then we saw Arteta hugging the set-piece coach after that Saliba goal went in. So it looked like something from the training ground. I think it was Odegaard across it, then Xhaka, then Saliba. Stuff like that. I mean, having such specialists is important in modern-day football, right?
This is one thing that Arteta did when he came in that gladdens my heart. Even the era of Arsene Wenger, we always had issues with set pieces. Arsenal is not good in defending. Arsenal is not good in even scoring. So, but when Arteta came in, one thing about a coach or about someone is for you to be able to identify your problem and go and solve your problem. Arteta came in and knew that Arsenal had these major issues. Go and check the time of Arsene Wenger. We had more set pieces goals than even an open play. So he brought in this man, and the man had helped the team thus far. Arsenal hardly conceive goals from first set pieces, and we score goals from set pieces. So it's a wonderful job that the coach is doing. I really loved it. I really loved it.
Nice one. And then I know another thing you're worried about is Bukayo Saka. What do you think is going on there? Do you feel this is a player that needs that pressure of, okay, you're our key man, if you don't perform, we don't perform? Do you feel he needs that pressure to perform? Or are you just saying, okay, the season is still fresh, he will grow into the league?
You know, before you ask this question, it has been something I've been taking time to study, like throughout the day. It's not just Bukayo Saka. Forgetting that Odegaard scored twice. Odegaard and Saka have not actually found their bearing in this season. We can see what they did during the pre-season, where you see Odegaard playing with Gabriel Jesus, very perfect combination. This kind of interchange of play, as if sometimes as if you're thinking what Gabriel Jesus is thinking is what Odegaard is thinking at the same time. But coming into the season, Saka and Odegaard had been one of the weak links in the Arsenal team. I would say he scored 2 goals, but apart from the 2 goals he scored, what are his contributions? Now, if you watch the Arsenal team very closely, we can see that if any coach who's playing Arsenal, who can actually read the Arsenal game for these 3 games we have played, you know that the strength of Arsenal lies between, we have the likes of Martinelli, we have the likes of Zinchenko, and we have the likes of Gabriel Jesus. These are the people that have been paddling this team thus far. I'm not going to say the defense are not trying. I'm just telling attack-wise. These are the three set of people that have been paddling this team thus far. So what happens if a coach who reads the Arsenal game and find out that this Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus, there is this combination
on that left side,
on that left hand side is actually deadly on this left hand side, and try to put a stop on Martinelli, cut the ball off him, because if you give Martinelli the ball, he will always beat you to it. But cut the ball off him, cut supply from him, you'll find out that Arsenal will struggle to win matches. It's a major problem which the coach should sit down to address. If Bukayo Saka is not coming to the party, you have tried him on different occasions. Let's see other players come to this thing. But the only worry I have now is that Bukayo Saka has 2 years running on his contract. I would have wanted the club to force him to sign an additional contract, then let him sit on the bench and play from the bench to win his shirt. He has tried. One of the things we are seeing is a remote cause of what has happened last season. You know, putting so much pressure on the shoulder of a young player. He played all through almost every minute last season. And bringing him to this season, he is tired.
Fulham, Aston Villa, United to come. How many more wins can Arsenal get in these games?
The game that I'm going to focus more on is the game between Fulham. Being that we are going to have a negative football playing that day. We know they played a fantastic football against Liverpool, but they're not going to play that fantastic football playing against Arsenal. I just want to see the negative aspect of Fulham, which they are going to bring to the plate, and what is going to be the response of Arsenal. That is the stuff of champions. So in those 3 games, I would say Arsenal is going to beat Aston Villa, and Arsenal is going to beat Man U. But what will Arsenal play against Fulham is something that is still in my chest. About William Saliba, you know, the last time he had that home goal, I said he's going to prove his character. Coming to this match, you can see his calmness, and that goal is not a goal that can be scored by a defender. It's an attacker kind of goal.
And it was almost looking like he didn't even know what he did.
Yes, it's not a defender kind of goal. What I'm saying so is that it was on his weaker feet. But I have a problem with the Arsenal defense, and that problem is Gabriel.
Still shaky. Gabriel
very shaky. And why I'm saying so is that Arsenal does not have a deputy for him. Every angle is between Ben White and Saliba. There is nobody deputizing for Gabriel, and that is going to be a major problem in the Arsenal team. And the last one I'm going to point out to us, I'm crying now, I'm crying early, is the Ramsdale. Ramsdale this season has been shaky, and Arsenal needs to sign at least a midfielder. In midfielder, we need midfielder in this team.